meteorologist Kyle Clutcher from 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
This is a presentation of high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. High school football broadcasts are presented by Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, Southeast Community College, Members-Owned Credit Union, Doane University, Sunbelt Rentals, NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Play It Again Sports. Now, calling all the action, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
We are coming to you live from just east of 70th and A Street at Aldrich Field, the home of the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts, as we turn our attention to Class B action tonight right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Happy Friday evening and happy week 5 of high school football season here in the state of Nebraska. Nick Sainert joining you. Jay Foreman unable to go tonight, so I'm going to be riding solo. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight as well. We got a good one on tap. On paper, it might not seem like that when you just look at the records, but when you dig a little deeper and know a little bit more about these teams, then this one might intrigue some of you folks out there. It's the Crete Cardinals coming in with their 3-2 record against the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts and their 1-4 mark here in 2023. Once again, the Cardinals versus the Thunderbolts just a moment away. This is the Next Ag Appraisal and Realty pregame show. If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, or Missouri, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-540-0053 or visit them at nextagrealestate.com. First up, let's talk about the visitors from just southwest a little bit of here in Lincoln. The Crete Cardinals. They come in once again with a 3-2 record. They had a dominating 47-0 win at Schuyler last week, but they haven't been able to get a streak of wins going together. They've won one, they've lost one, they've won one again, lost one, and then won last week in week 4 to win their 5th game. Both these teams played a week 0 opponent, and they'll have a bye later on in the 2023 year. So that's why when I mentioned the week 5 of high school football season, it's actually week 6 for them, but elsewhere in the state of Nebraska, it is week 5. They've beaten Westview, Lexington, Schuyler, as I mentioned, but they've lost to a couple of the better teams in Class B action. Mount Michael Benedictine, they lost in a low-scoring affair, 8-6 earlier this year, but then got blown out by Elkhorn North, 58-6. They'll have to travel once again next Friday night to Beatrice, but first up, it's the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts. We'll tell you more about them when we return. Once again, don't go anywhere, as we have Crete and Pius coming up in just about 10 minutes or so here from Aldrich Field in Lincoln. You're listening to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It has been brought to my attention that at the beginning of the broadcast, I said east of 70th and A. I am aware of my directions. I promise you that. West of 70th and A. We are not at Seacrest tonight. We're at Aldrich Field, home of the Pius X Thunderbolts, as they're getting ready to take on the Crete Cardinals here in less than 10 minutes or so. Nick Sainert joining you once again. Let's talk about the home team, the team that's been struggling here in 2023, the Pius X Thunderbolts. They come in with a 1-4 record, but dealing with injuries all over the field. Starting at quarterback, Colby Volkmer, a big body guy, just a junior, coming in at 220 pounds, 6'5", 220 is Colby Volkmer, the quarterback for Thunderbolts, and head coach Ryan Carney. But he got banged up last week in a loss against the Bennington Badgers, and he's questionable to go tonight. So we'll see if Colby Volkmer or the younger Maddox Sturts decides to call plays for the Thunderbolts on offense. But elsewhere, once again, the Thunderbolts 1-4 this season. They've lost 4 straight. We actually had their game in week 0 against Lincoln Northwest on 93.7 The Ticket. And for the most part, granted, understanding the opponent of Lincoln Northwest who's trying to establish a program there, Jay and I both kind of walked away from that one saying, yeah, Pius, they have a couple nice pieces. They just got to get some things together, put together on offense, because despite scoring 42 points in that game against Lincoln Northwest, we understand that, once again, it's the opponent that does play a part into it. So once again, the Thunderbolts lost 4 straight. Scottsbluff, Seward, Hastings, and Bennington have all beat them 4 straight weeks. And so once again, outside of that 42-point performance in week 0 against Lincoln Northwest, Thunderbolts haven't put up more than 13 points in a game. And so Cardinals of Crete are going to try to continue that streak into 5 straight weeks tonight. They'll have to travel to Skutt Catholic, or I should say host Skutt Catholic rather, next week. It's homecoming here next week, but it's the Crete Cardinals tonight. Once again, Colby Volkmer, a guy to watch. He's thrown 4 touchdowns and 1 interception this season, so a good touchdown to interception ratio for the most part, just thrown over 580 yards in the 2023 season. Now, once again, running backs also a place that the Thunderbolts are dinged up. Their starting running back is out. Brent Voss has been injured throughout a couple games here, so they're going to turn to Rylan Doring, a sophomore who's just had 41 yards on 28 carries here in 2023. On the perimeter at wide receiver, a couple guys that do stand out. Now, it's just a question of whether or not the quarterback can get them the rock, and that's Jack Schaefer's and Sam Kassmeyer, who have both scored multiple touchdowns for the Thunderbolts here in 2023. It's going to be a good one here on tap. We're just over 5 minutes away from getting things rolling here at Aldrich Field. Nick Sainert joining you, Louisiana Tech and Nebraska's. Tomorrow, it's Crete and Pius X tonight right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainer back with you from Lincoln Pius X High School here in Lincoln, as it's the Crete Cardinals coming in with their 3-2 record up against the Thunderbolts and their 1-4 mark here in 2023. This will do it for the next Ag Appraisal and Realty pregame show. If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, or Missouri, give Ethan Sorensen a call today or visit them at nextagrealestate.com. We're just moments away from kicking things off between the Cardinals and the Thunderbolts. Once again, a lot of questions on the offensive side for the Thunderbolts on who's going to be able to lead them out there. Will it be Colby Volkmer, who is suited up, or will it be the sophomore underclassman Maddox Sturtz here tonight for head coach Ryan Carney? For the Cardinals, they lost the toss, so Pius elected to defer to the second half, so it will be the Crete Cardinals with the ball on offense to get things going. They'll be led under center by senior quarterback Reese Verton, 34 of 81 through the air, doesn't throw it a whole lot, for 472 yards, but also struggles to hold on to the ball as he has 4 touchdowns, but also 4 INTs here this season. So we're getting ready to get things underway here as both teams have taken the field. The ball is on the tee. The Thunderbolts will be going towards the south end zone, right to left from my vantage point, with the wind at their back at 5 miles per hour. A nice 72 degrees. This is really the first night that it's felt like fall football season. Now, granted, we're not there quite yet, but it feels somewhat like high school football season here in Lincoln tonight, as this kickoff will go towards the corner of the end zone and just bounces in for a touchback. And once again, it's our first look at the Crete Cardinals offense. Once again, Reese Verteen, but then the guy to watch, they have 2 running backs that really handle the ball well, and that's Cesar Linares and Angel Martinez, both seniors, combined for over 700 yards and 10 touchdowns here in 2023. So expect a heavy dose of running from this Cardinals offense here, especially in the early going. Thunderbolts dealing with injuries all over the place, as they've had a couple injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Linebackers injured, out for a lengthy part of time. Defensive linemen, offensive linemen banged up as well. Missing a big one in Joe Andreessen on the defensive side, who's not even suited up tonight in week 5. First down carry is going to go to the left side for no gain. 1st and 10 makes it 2nd and 10 after a first down carry by, number 11, Cesar Linares. Thought I got my numbers mixed up there for a moment. Brings up 2nd down and 9 from the 21-yard line of Crete. Opening possession of the game. Fans still filing in here below me. I'm sitting on the east side of Aldrich Field. Crete going left to right from my vantage point, south to north towards the north end zone into the light 5-mile-an-hour wind here tonight. The shotgun snap, back to throw, throws left side, pass is going to be through the hands on the attempt by Verteen, intended for number 13, Jules Reed, the 6-foot, 165-pound junior. So that brings up a 3rd and 9 and a big opportunity here for Ryan Kearney's defense to get off the field for Lincoln Pius X. The Crete Cardinals 3-2 here in 2023. As I mentioned in the pregame, haven't been able to really get a streak of good performances together. They've won one, they've lost one, they've lost a couple in ugly fashion, they've won a couple in beatdown fashion, but here they are trying to get to 2 games above 500. Verton back to pass, looking left side, looking deep, has a man open in one-on-one coverage. Nice defensive play there by number 9, Andrew Hansen, the junior defensive back, as he kind of floated over there. The pass from Verton was just a little too high and airy, if you will, so kind of ballooned once it hit into the light 5-mile-an-hour wind. Just enough time for Hansen to get on over there and bat it out of the sky with his right hand. So that brings up an early 3-and-out here for Crete, as the Thunderbolts will have good field position for their first possession on offense. Snap back. The kick is going to be tipped at the line, but it still goes a decent way as it hits the 45-yard line of Crete and then bounces in a Cardinals-friendly direction right at the 50-yard line, and that's going to be where Colby Volkmer and the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts offense takes over. And so Volkmer, who limped out of the game last week in a 58-0 loss to the Bennington Badgers on the road, he's trotting on out there, and he'll lead the Thunderbolts offense. Once again, Volkmer, 6'5", 220 pounds. Really good size for a junior here. So he'll come out with Doring in the backfield. Number 33, Rylan Doring, in the absence of Joe Andreessen, has to take over some of the starting running back duties as he gets the handoff, lowers that right shoulder, and trucks his way for a gain of 3 up to the Cardinals' 47. Brings up 2nd and 7. Here in the opening quarter, first offensive possession for the Thunderbolts as they forced a 3-and-out initially by the Crete Cardinals. 10:35 to go, first quarter. Once again, no Jay Foreman with me tonight, just Nick Sainert hanging out with you from Aldrich Field at Pius. So it'll be a shotgun set, one back to each side of Colby Volkmer, two wide outs to the top, one to the bottom. Handoff, 2nd down and 7, and he falls forward once again. That's the ball carrier, Dario Okansi, past the 45-yard line to the Crete 44, where it'll be 3rd and manageable here, and certainly 4th down territory. If you're Ryan Kearney here, a 1-4 ball club, you would think that, especially early on, and especially after it appeared that the Crete Cardinals offense wasn't really going to get a whole lot going on that first drive, maybe try to go for it on 4th down if you get there. 3rd and 4 from the Crete Cardinal 44. Shotgun set, fakes the handoff. Volkmer looking right, has a receiver, and it's behind the intended receiver on the top of the screen, top of the field, and that's Okansi. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 4. And Ryan Kearney, the head coach for the Thunderbolts, going to play the field position game and punt this one away back to Crete. So if you're Crete there, you're catching somewhat of a break as Okansi was wide open on just a simple slant pattern at the top. But a bad pass by Colby Volkmer, and we have a fourth down play coming up. But first, we'll have a timeout to the Crete Cardinals. We'll take a 30-second breather. 9:41 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderbolts getting ready to punt it back to the Cardinals here in just a few moments on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Terex and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Terex, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Fourth down and 4 here coming up for the Thunderbolts as they'll punt this one away from the opponent's side of the field. The Crete 44-yard line is where that pigskin is placed. So two guys back deep for Crete. They're somewhat in a punt safe, just in case there's a fake on here. The Thunderbolts, though, kicking this one away as it's with the wind at the back. They're trying the corner of the field, and it's going to bounce through the end zone for a touchback. So Crete will get it once again at the 20-yard line, just similar to where they started it for their first possession in this one. They received the opening kickoff and went 3 and out on a 1-yard handoff on first down and then 2 incomplete passes. One of those probably should have been caught there on the far side by Jules Reed, but it went through his hands and hit the turf. So that brings up 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Reese Verton, once again on the year, a senior, not necessarily a running threat, but has struggled to hold on to the football as he's thrown 4 touchdowns, but also 4 interceptions here in 2023. He'll come out in a shotgun set, 1 running back to each hip and 1 wide out as well to each side. He'll send the tight end in motion from far side to near side, and we'll have a penalty marker on the play. And it looks like somebody on that left side of the line jumped a little early for the Cardinals. It is going to be a false start on Crete, so their first penalty in this one. Just 9.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 0-0 your score between Crete and Pius here at Aldrich Field in Lincoln. Snap back. They'll hand it off. They'll go to the right side as the ball carrier breaks 1 tackle in the backfield, and that is Angel Martinez, the 5'11" senior. He looked to almost be stopped for a loss back at the 10, which would have been a loss for about 5 yards, but was able to shed the initial tackler and get 9 yards past that mark up to the 19 for a net gain of 4 yards. So it brings up 2nd down and 11 from the 19-yard line after that illegal procedure penalty on first. Martinez on the year, 48 carries. That was his 49th there for 361 yards and 4 touchdowns. His counterpart, Cesar Linares, for the Cardinals is, I should say, Martinez is going to get the handoff once again, and it's a fumble on the turf, and I believe the Thunderbolts have it, and they do. So a 2nd down handoff to Angel Martinez. He immediately gets lit up in the backfield by a trio of Thunderbolt defenders led by the defensive back coming in off the edge, Sam Kassmeyer, and the Thunderbolts force a turnover. That's their 2nd fumble recovery here in 2023, and now they'll set up shop on the Crete Cardinals' 13-yard line. So they'll get it inside the opponent's red zone. Once again, this Pius offense, outside of their Week 0 win against Lincoln Northwest, hasn't scored over 13 points all season long. So no team yet has gotten a first down. A little bit of a I formation here. Toss to the left side. And a great tackle by Crete. And that's number 11, Cesar Linares, for the Crete Cardinals, as he was able to get to the edge and take down Rylan Doring for a loss of 1 yard. Brings up 2nd down and 11. And, man, after something as momentous of a opportunity such as a fumble recovery inside the red zone, Thunderbolts definitely don't want to settle for 3 here. 2nd down and 11. Shotgun set, handoff Doring up the middle. Another great tackle by guess who? Cesar Linares. As he stops Doran for a short gain of just 2 up to the 12.5, make it the 13-yard line. So right back where they started. 3rd down and 10 here from the Cardinals' 13-yard line. And at some point, if you're Ryan Carney and the offensive staff for Pius, you're going to have Colby Volkmer throw the ball, because up to this point, you haven't been able to get anything other than maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain going in the run game. Shotgun set, once again, 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Snap back, play action. Volkmer looking to pass, throws it inside. It's going to be picked off. Going the other way. The Crete Cardinals will avoid a blow in their own red zone. Volkmer had an intended wide receiver of Sam Kastmeyer as he ran just a simple post in the end zone. A great read by the Crete defender as he picked it off. That was number 4, Owen Heath, the senior defensive back. Volkmer completely missed Jack Schaefer's as he was running an out pattern to the side or to the far sideline, had him wide open, chose the inside route instead, and it gets picked off and going back the other way. So the Crete Cardinals will now take over inside their own 15-yard line at the 12. But how about that? If you're the Thunderbolts, you force a turnover, get the ball at the 13-yard line of Crete, and you get 0. And you let the Cardinals get some momentum as Linares powering forward across the 15 and down at the 18-yard line. So a gain of 6 on that first down carry by Cesar Linares. Cesar Linares, not the biggest guy on the field, just comes in at 5'9", 190 pounds, but runs powerful with his lower half. Linares, a senior here, has the team high 430 yards rushing coming into this one. 6.5 to go, 0-0. Handoff, Linares weaving his way, bounces outside. Good read by Linares as he lowers his left shoulder on the far side of the field, and he'll be tackled down right at that first down marker. I believe they're going to give him the first down. They will. So Linares picks up 6 when he just needed 5, and it's going to be a first down. And with 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter, we have our first down for either side. So 1st and 10 from their own 23, the Crete Cardinals, their 3rd offensive possession after they fumbled it on their 2nd offensive possession, went 3 and out their opening drive. Here they are with their first down of the ball as they hand it off. Martinez bouncing outside, trying to get some room, stiff arms a defender, but a nice job recovering and tackling him by Dario Oconsi on the near sideline right in front of the Pius bench. But how about that? A first down carry of 12 yards by number 20, Angel Martinez. So 2 straight plays and 2 first downs for the Cardinals. Once again, they don't throw it a whole lot, just 81 attempted passes through 5 games for their quarterback, Reese Verton. But so far to this point, as they break the huddle with 13 seconds left on the play clock, they haven't necessarily needed to throw it. 4 down defensive linemen. They bring all the pressure, and now they'll tackle the ball carrier, number 25, Garrett Rockenbach. First time we've called his name for Crete in the backfield. Loss of 2.5, make it 3 yards or so, back to their own 32-yard line. So 2nd down and 13 coming up for Crete, as this has been the longest offensive drive we've had to this point, now just through a little over half the first quarter. Last week, the Cardinals able to beat Schuyler in dominating fashion, 47-0, after previously getting blown out to Elkhorn North, 58-6. A little bit of miscommunication as Verteen will have to keep it himself, and look at this. It actually works out relatively nicely for the Cardinals offense as Verteen gets it across the 40-yard line. Good for a gain of about 13 yards or so. Make it 10 yards rather. And so it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 from the 42-yard line. So how about that? Turning a 2nd and 13 into 3rd down and very manageable here. 3rd down and 3. Shotgun set. Martinez to Verton's left and Linares to his right. One wide out each side. The snap back, handoff, Linares, left side, breaks one tackle, and he's got an opening up the far sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. And Cesar Linares will go 58 yards for his 7th touchdown here in 2023. And the Cardinals strike first here at Aldrich Field. So Cesar Linares, after having a couple really good runs on the early parts of that drive, on 3rd down and 3 from their own 42-yard line, was able to shed 2 tacklers and bounce outside up the far sideline and took it the distance, 58 yards, and the Cardinals are up 6-0 over the Thunderbolts. So Martinez ready to attempt the extra point for the Cardinals, and a botched snap. This one's gonna just be fell onto the ground, and it will be no good on the extra point. So 4:13 to go here in the first quarter. Your score, Crete 6, Pius the 10th, nothing here on 93.7 The Ticket. When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you. Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Cesar Linares puts the Crete Cardinals up first on a 58-yard touchdown run up the far sideline. They lead 6-0 after a miscommunication on the point after snap. But the Thunderbolts will now get it back as it's going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line. Going the other way, here's Schaefer's, and he'll be tackled just past the 25, make it the 24-yard line. So 4:06 to go here in the opening quarter. This will be the Thunderbolts' third possession of the game. That second possession is one that, if the Thunderbolts end up losing this one, is one that Ryan Carney might look back on. They forced a Cardinals fumble at their own 13-yard line, and unfortunately for the Thunderbolts, Volkmer just threw it into the arms of a Crete Cardinal defender 3 plays later, and it ended up in 0 points. Volkmer looking to pass, and it's going to be batted down at the line, as I believe at number 88, Benji Espinoza, a freshman at 5'8", 150 pounds, coming off the edge, was able to get his right mitt on it and bat it down for an incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10 from the Thunderbolts' 25-yard line. 4:02 to go, opening quarter. No Jay Foreman tonight, just Nick Sainert hanging out with you. Jay will join me next week, though, once again. 2nd down and 10. Snap back, play action, looking right side. The receiver was not even looking, as it looked like there must have been some miscommunication there, because number 2, Sam Kastmeyer on the near side, it looked like he was trying to engage in a block of the defender, Oscar Ortiz. So it looked like Kastmeyer thought that the Thunderbolts were running it there on 2nd down and 10. A little bit of miscommunication as there's an incomplete pass. He had Kastmeyer in one-on-one coverage. Kastmeyer, one of Volkmer's favorite targets, does have a touchdown here in 2023. It comes up incomplete. 3rd and 10 Volkmer back to pass for the third straight play. Looking, pass is going to be dropped by guess who? Sam Kastmeyer, unfortunately, unable to hold that one in. And the Thunderbolts go 3 and out. Nice job by the Crete Cardinals defense, forcing the Thunderbolts to go 3 and out. And guess what? As the Thunderbolts and Braden Armagast will punt it from inside their own 25-yard line, Crete's probably going to get some good field position in this one as number 12, Oscar Ortiz, back to return for the Cardinals. Oh, deep punt. That's a nice spiral there, fielded at the 35-yard line, cutting right side. Here's some open room for Carson Kodal. He jukes one defender across the 40-yard line of Pius and thrown out of bounds at the 37 or so yard line. So really good return by Carson Kodal, the 5'11" junior. And Ryan Carney asking his defense to have a strong performance here on this drive as the Cardinals, who their running game looked pretty unstoppable in that previous drive that resulted in a 58-yard touchdown run, will now take over at the Thunderbolts' 38-yard line. Looks like we do have a sideline warning on that punt return, however. And so with that, 3:38 to go here in the first quarter. A little bit of miscommunication on where the ball was going to be set up, but now all things figured out. 38-yard line is where we're at. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals here, trying to extend on their 6-0 advantage. Verdon hands it off. Linares up the gut, dragging 4 Thunderbolt defenders before number 29, Oliver Steffen, was able to bring him down finally, along with number 64, Cannon Gomez. So brings up 2nd down and 7 from the 35-yard line. 3:16 and counting going in the first quarter here. Nick Sandert with you on 93.7 The Ticket. Huge thanks and shout out to Austin Orman running the show back at the studio, our brand new studio, 1040 O Street. If you haven't stopped by, make sure you stop by for the pregame show tomorrow. We'll be starting at 11 a.m. Handoff on 2nd down to guess who? Linares, and he takes it right up the middle for another good gain of 3 or 4 yards up to the 32-yard line. So Linares, if it weren't for that 58-yard run, his averages are a little, skewed right now with that 58-yard house call. But for the most part, able to get 3, 4, 5 yards per carry, and that'll win you a lot of games. And that's the type of football that Crete definitely wants to play here in 2023 with 2 running backs and Cesar Linares and Angel Martinez in the backfield. Martinez fumbled earlier, and since then we haven't had his name called. Handoff once again, Linares on 3rd down, breaks 2 tackles, but he'll get stopped just short after a nice wrap up there by number 13, Sam Reif of Pius X. Will stop him short. It brings up 4th down and about 4. So it'll be 4th down and 4 just outside the Thunderbolts' 30-yard line at the 32. And it looks like Crete's head coach Mark Newmeyer is going to keep the offense on the field. One minute, 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and before our 4th down play, we're going to have a timeout on the field. This one charged to the Crete Cardinals, their 2nd of the half. We'll go ahead and take a step aside as well. It's 6-0 Crete here with 1:39 remaining in the opening quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sander back with you from Aldrich Field. It's 4th down and 4 from the 31-yard line of the Pius X Thunderbolts. Crete trying to convert here on 4th down. Verton back to pass, throwing outside. It's out of the reach of the intended receiver on the play. And the Thunderbolts first force a turnover on downs. That pass was intended for Theo Bowling. Bowling, one of the better receivers on this team. 8 catches, 174 yards, actually leads the team in receiving yards with those 174 receiving yards here in 2023. But unable to haul that 4th down pass completion in. And so Pius X will take over on their own 31. After allowing a really nice punt return by Crete, Thunderbolts defense stands strong. So Volkmer and company back out there. High snap, corralled, handed off to Doring. He split in the defenders, jukes another guy at the 36-yard line, but a great tackle by number 20, Angel Martinez, prevented Doring, just a sophomore, probably the shortest guy on both sides, from going any farther. A lot of work there for just a 6-yard gain, but the Thunderbolts have it now at the 37-yard line, 2nd down and 4. The line to gain is the 41. We have reached 60 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Volkmer in the shotgun, 2 wideouts each side. He rolls out to the right side. Pass is dropped by Sam Kassmeyer. He was wide open on the far side, and a tough day so far for Sam Kassmeyer as he's had 3 drops and a little bit of a miscommunication on a pass play that he thought was a running play to the near side. So now that brings up 3rd down and 4, a crucial 3rd down and 4 where the Thunderbolts, if you're head coach Ryan Carney, you're sitting here saying, man, we got a turnover, had the ball in the red zone and got 0 points out of it. Volkmer threw an interception there. Our defense stood strong on their own side of the 50, and still 0 points to show for it. Kassmeyer in motion from bottom to top. Snap back, Volkmer looking. Pass is going to be caught by Kassmeyer, and he's going to have the line to gain past the 41 to the 42. However, there is laundry on the field, and this might have been an offensive pass interference as the Thunderbolts tried to run some bit of a pick play, but we'll have the official call in here in just a few moments. As it stands, it is a 1st down for the Thunderbolts, but this one might be coming back. It is going to be a legal man downfield for the Thunderbolts. So this one will get backed up to the 32-yard line, it looks like. So they'll still have to get to the 41 to keep this drive alive. It's 3rd down and 9. The clock is rolling once again. We're inside 30 seconds now. 15 on the play clock for Volkmer in the offense of Pius X. So here's the snap back, Volkmer. 5-step drop. It's going to be a half-out screen. And how about this? It's tipped and intercepted, and it's going to be a house call for number 22, Carter Tews. Number 22, as that pass on the little bit of a dump-off screen was tipped at the line by the defensive end, and it fell right into the lap of the linebacker, Carter Tews, number 22, and he took it to the house for a Crete Cardinals touchdown. Somewhat of an unlucky play there for Colby Volkmer, but wow, what a change and a momentum-shifting play for Crete as they are now up by 2 scores. The snap is good, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it's 13-0. Crete on the road has a 2-possession lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So Colby Volkmer, the quarterback for Pius X, throws his second interception of the game, his third of the year. Came in with pretty serviceable statistics, completing just around 50% of his passes, 588 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Now has 3 INTs here in the 2023 campaign. Kickoff from Crete goes out of bounds, so a little bit of a break caught by the Thunderbolts here once again as they'll take over possession after the pick 6 by Carter Tews as he took it the distance after a deflected pass and fell right into his lap. So 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Thunderbolts have it at their own 35 after the kickoff went out of bounds. So Volkmer in the shotgun with Dorian to his left. Snap back. He'll hand it off to Dorian. He bounces right side, now cuts back inside. Nice tackle made on the play there by number 57, Mason Snyder, the junior defensive lineman. Gets him for a short gain of about 2 yards, up to the 37-yard line rather. And that will be the end of the first quarter. With your score, Crete 13, the Thunderbolts nothing here at Aldrich Field at Lincoln Pius X High School. The Cardinals scored on a 58-yard touchdown run by Cesar Linares and a 20-yard pick 6 by number 22, Carter Tews. So that'll do it for our first quarter of play from Aldrich Field. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Terex and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Terex, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A scoreless first quarter of play for Pius's offense. 13 points in favor of the Cardinals as a fumble on the snap retained by Volkmer. Pass downfield is going to be hauled in and by Jack Schaefers as he gets across the 40-yard line of Crete and inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. So a little bit of a freak play there as a fumble on the snap made Colby Volkmer backpedal to pick up the loose ball. Able to do so, and he fires it down the far sideline for a big play. And the first down for the Thunderbolts here in this one comes with 11:35 to go in the second quarter. So inside the Cardinals' 30-yard line, the Thunderbolts trying to answer here is Volkmer in the shotgun, Dorian to his left. They'll send Schaefers in motion. Now hands it off Dorian right side, cuts up the middle of the field, gets across the 25-yard line, bounces off one tackler, and then gets taken down on the far side by number 10, Theo Bolin of Crete, but not until he gets near the 20-yard line down at the 23. So a gain of 4 on that first down carry by Rylan Dorian, a sophomore that had to take over because of an injury to Brett Voss of Pius X. Also a guy that's gotten some carries, Joe Andreessen, out tonight, not dressed in uniform. 10:38 to go, second quarter. Turns, hands it off. Great hole for Dario Okanzi as he sprints up the middle across the 20-yard line. He'll be just shy of a first down inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 2 from the 19. Thunderbolts trying to answer after a wild and wacky pick six off of a deflection on an attempted halfback screen on 3rd down and long. Was taken back to the house the other way by Crete to put them up 13-0. Shotgun formation, running back to each side of Volkmer. Snap back to Volkmer, turns, hands it off Doring, trying to sprint through. This is Okanzi as he gets inside the 5. Touchdown! Pius the 10th as Dario Okanzi bursted through that right side on a nice hole created by that right tackle for Pius the 10th. And the Thunderbolts answer with a 19-yard touchdown by Dario Okanzi. So they trail now 13-6 with the extra point pending. Something that the student section does, they throw baby powder up in the air. And so it is now quite foggy here at Pius the 10th. It looks like we're playing about 5 a.m. with all this fog in front of me. 9:56 to go, second quarter. The snap a little high, but corralled as the kick is up, and the kick is no good. And so with 9:56 to go here in quarter number 2, it's a 7-point ball game as the Thunderbolts still trail the Cardinals 13-6 after a 19-yard scamper and score by Dario Okanzi. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So now the scoring plays in this one, 2 of them for Crete, 1 for Pius, as there was a 58-yard run by Cesar Linares of Crete to put them up 6-0, then a pick 6 to extend that lead to 13-0, and then Dario Okanzi allows the Thunderbolts to score some points on a 19-yard touchdown run up the middle on 3rd down and short. So that's how we got to 13-6. Crete, it feels like we haven't seen their offense out there for an extended period of time, and that's because essentially the Thunderbolts, thanks to that pick 6 by Crete, got back-to-back offensive possessions, it felt like. After the kickoff, it'll be 1st and 10 from the Crete 30-yard line. Now they'll have the slight wind at their back, going about 4 to 6 miles per hour here at Aldrich Field. 72 degrees at kickoff. I think it's cooled down just a few since then as well. It'll be shotgun set, bunch receivers to the near side. They'll turn, hand it off. Martinez, he fumbled earlier, trying to bounce outside, and he'll be tackled down just past the 30-yard line on the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1, maybe 2 on that play. Brings up 2nd down and 8 from the 32-yard line. So 9 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 13-6, the Crete Cardinals, who came into this one 3-2, lead the 1-4 Thunderbolts by 7 points. 2nd down and 8 from their own 32-yard line here for Crete. Shotgun set, one running back to each side of Reese Vertin, the quarterback for Crete. 1 wide receiver to each side as well. Snap back, the left-handed quarterback looking to throw. Far side, a wobbly ball in the air, and it's going to be tipped, almost intercepted, but it will fall incomplete. It looked like there was some pushing and shoving going on there between the intended receiver, Kenton Spence, and the defensive back on the play, Jack Schaefers, but no penalty flag was drawn as that ball was a little underthrown, and I appreciate that, I think, from the referees in that situation where Vertin is just kind of throwing it up for grabs, hoping somebody can come down with it, and that's somebody being on that play, Kenton Spence. But little bit of pushing back and forth. Spence was trying to create some space. Schaefer's was trying to make up for that, shoving him back a little bit, and there was no penalty flag thrown. So we'll just set up 3rd down and 8 from their own 32-yard line. Big opportunity here for the Thunderbolts to get off the field after scoring their first touchdown just a moment ago. 5 seconds on the play clock, 8:55 on the game clock. Clock is currently stopped. Snap back, Verton. He'll toss it right side to Martinez. He cuts back up the middle inside the 34-yard line. He's taken down for a very short gain, and the Thunderbolts get off the field. After just a 2-yard gain on 3rd down, puts it at the 34-yard line, or rather the 33-yard line, so just a 1-yard gain. Brings up 4th and 7, and Angel Martinez will stay on the field to punt this one away for Crete. So a really good answer here on back-to-back possessions, one on offense for the Thunderbolts that they were able to drive down the field. And now here on the defensive side, being able to force a 3-and-out as a fair catch is signaled for and hauled in at the 30-yard line by Isaac Hannes. So that is where the Thunderbolts and Colby Volkmer will set up shop at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10, and the Thunderbolts trailing 13-6. Thunderbolts haven't won a game since week 0, way back in late August. I don't have the date in front of me. I want to say it was around the August 20th time frame. But when they beat Lincoln Northwest 42-14. 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the first half. Volkmer, who's thrown 2 picks tonight, but also orchestrated a touchdown scoring drive last time out there, hands it off. Okanzi, left side, bouncing his way, and he'll get about a half a yard up on the left side. Ran more east-west than north-south on that play, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the Thunderbolts 31. So 2nd down and 9, as there will be 2 wideouts each side. Okanzi on the near sideline. Schaefer's in the slot. Snap back Volkmer, looking to pass, getting rushed, throws down the middle, has a receiver, and it's just out the reach of number 3, Isaac Hannes. Number 4, Owen Heath, the defensive back in coverage there, as Crete was in man-to-man, got beat right down the middle of the field, and Volkmer was unable to get it to the intended receiver, and it goes out of the outstretched hand, out of the reach of Isaac Hannes, the junior wide receiver. And that brings up 3rd down and 9. 7.5 to go here in second quarter. 3rd and 9 from the 31-yard line of Pius X. Trips out to the near side, 1 wide receiver, as Crete playing a little press coverage here. Now they'll send Hannes in motion. Volkmer back to pass on 3rd down, getting rushed from his blind side. Passes out near side. It's caught by Hannes, has a 1st down across the 45-yard line and down at the 48. And so Isaac Hannes, after he probably should have had 6 the previous play, able to haul it in, and it's good for a 17-yard gain and the Thunderbolts' 2nd first down of the night. So after a couple poor decisions by Colby Volkmer, it seems like he's settled into a rhythm for the most part here. Delivered a nice ball on the drag route to Hannes, cutting across from far side to near side, and was able to do the rest with his legs. They turn, fake the handoff. Volkmer running with it. He jukes one defender up the middle, pounding his way forward across midfield and down at the Crete 48-yard line for a gain of 4.5 yards or so. 6 minutes and 41 seconds to go here in the first half. Nick Sainert joining you from Aldrich Field, the home of Lincoln Pius X. The Thunderbolts 1-4 on the year. The Crete Cardinals 3-2 coming into this one. Isaac Hannes will be by himself in one-on-one coverage on the far side. Okanzi and Schaefer's on the near side. They'll send a tight end in motion from top to bottom. Doring in the backfield to the left hip of Volkmer. He gets the handoff, jukes one defender across the 45, inside the 40. Good for a Thunderbolts first down at the Crete 39-yard line. So the Thunderbolts on offense seem to have found a rhythm here after a couple real disappointing drives to kick things off. They will also get the ball to start things in the third quarter. Thunderbolts won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half, so if they continue to chew some clock, they might be able to have essentially back-to-back possessions. As similar formation. Doring to the left. They'll hand it off once again to Doring. Rylan Doring lunges forward across the 35-yard line and is tackled down at the 34.5-yard line. So another good gain of 5 yards on that first down play. Brings up 2nd and 5. They'll call it 2nd and 6 officially here with 5:15 and counting remaining in the second quarter. 2nd down and 6. 5:06 to go here in quarter number 2. Shotgun set. Rylan Doring to the right hip of Colby Volkmer. One wide out each side. Play action pass. Volkmer escaping pressure. He'll throw it now as a pass is going to be through the hands of Jack Schaefer's on the near sideline. It's going to be tough for Schaefer's to haul that one in. There's 2 penalty markers on the play. Wouldn't be surprised if one of them was in the vicinity of Jack Schaefer's. Might have been a little push off. The other one right about 5 yards rather down the field at the line to gain at the 30. So we'll wait for the call here momentarily. As it stands, 4:50 to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6. Make it 3rd and 6 prior to any penalties. Here's the call from our referee. Ineligible man downfield. That's the second time Pius has been called for that one. The second penalty was a hold on the defense. So those penalties will negate and will offset. So that brings up 3rd down and 6, it looks like. It should be. Because I would imagine that play counts. And they must claim that play is not counting. So it's going to stay 2nd down and 6 and act like that play never happened. So 2nd down and 6 from the 35-yard line. 2 wideouts each side. Doring to the left of Volkmer. Volkmer back to pass, looks downfield, intended for Schaefer's. It is incomplete. It was almost hauled in by the senior wide receiver up the seam as I believe number 13, Jules Reed, was in coverage there for the Cardinals. Also there to help, Connor Crummy, number 5 in white. So 4:44 to go, second quarter, 3rd down and 6 from the 35-yard line of Crete for the Thunderbolts. They'll break the huddle with 21 seconds to go here on the play clock. 3 down linemen for the Cardinals. Remember, the Thunderbolts tried to run a little dump-off screen, and it got taken back for 6 a couple minutes ago. Volkmer back to pass, play action, looking right. It's hauled in by Schaefer's, and he's hit immediately at the 30-yard line. Now dragging defenders across the 30-yard line. He's down at the 29, and we'll see where they spot it. And it looks like they'll have a measurement. And so we have a timeout on the field. They're going to call the referee over, and now they'll call a first down in favor of Pius. I think Mark Newmeyer, the head coach for Crete, was asking, why is there not a measurement on that one? And now we're going to have a sideline penalty and sideline interference on Mark Newmeyer. Now remember, earlier in the game, the Crete sideline got warned. And so they get a warning the first time, but the second time they do it, Newmeyer was all the way out to the numbers yelling at the referee on the opposite side of the field. So then the head referee decided to throw that laundry high in the air, and that makes it 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of Crete. They'll reset the play clock here to 40. They almost got Crete to jump. Doring across the 20, inside the 20. That's going to be good for a first down inside the red zone as the Thunderbolts just keep chugging away on this drive. It'll be 1st and 10 now inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So 1st and 10, 3:48 to go here in the second quarter. Volkmer in the shotgun. They'll send the tight end in motion. That is number 45, Carter Goki. Shotgun set, snap back, handoff Doring, right side, weaving his way through traffic. Inside the 15 is Doring before he's pushed down by a trio of Cardinal defenders that featured Benji Espinoza and number 15, Reese Verton. Brings up 2nd down and medium. 2nd down and 6 officially from the 14-yard line of Crete. Nearing 3 minutes here. Ryan Carney and company in no hurry here as they're just chipping away on this drive, getting 4, 5, 6 yards per play with the help of a sideline interference warning, or I should say penalty, on Mark Newmeyer, the Crete head coach. Volkmer back to pass, rolling to his left, throws across his body, pass is hauled in by Hannes. He makes one defender miss, makes another one miss, and then he's taken down by a couple of defenders who rushed over to help him on the far sideline, but not until he's inside the 10-yard line and down to the 5, which gives the Thunderbolts another 1st down. So 1st and goal from the 5. 2.5 to go here in quarter number 2. Nick Sainert joining you from Aldrich Field. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's going to be a shotgun formation. Rylan Doring to the right side of Volkmer. 2 wideouts near side. They'll hand it off. Volkmer will keep it. He'll lunge his way forward, and the Thunderbolts are 1 point away from tying this one up as Volkmer runs it in from 5 yards out and makes it 13-12. With the Cardinals up by 1 and a point after try pending. So Kobe Volkmer did a really nice job of faking the handoff to Rylan Doring. He even fooled me up here as I thought Doring got that handoff on 1st and goal, but Volkmer, the 6'5" quarterback, decided to keep it himself and ran it in for 6. The first point after attempt was no good. The second one here is up, and it is good. And so with 2:10 remaining here in quarter number 2, we got a tie ball game here at Aldrich Field. After the Cardinals were up 13-0, the Thunderbolts have scored 13 unanswered to tie things up here with 2:10 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Own Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Own Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
.210 to go here in quarter number 2. We're all knotted up 13 apiece between Pius X and the Crete Cardinals. So Pius will now kick things away as it'll be fielded at the 5-yard line by number 2, Carson Kodal. He had a nice punt return earlier in this one. He sheds a couple would-be tacklers, gets across the 20-yard line, and forward progress will get him to about the 23 or so. So now we'll see Reese Verton once again, the Cardinals quarterback, as the Crete Cardinals will set up shop 1st and 10. They're actually going to mark it at the 22-yard line, it looks like. And so this offense that's not necessarily known for passing the ball, they're going to try to get into some 2-minute drill here. 2:03 to go, 11 on the play clock. Snap back, Verton pitches it out left side, and he's going nowhere as number 12, Oscar Ortiz, went right into the teeth of the defense. As a nice job tackling on the play by number 29, Oliver Steffen. He was the first one there. Now the Thunderbolts and their 3 timeouts, they're going to take one here. And so with that, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to High School Football on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander back with you from Aldrich Field. 1:56 to go here in quarter number 2. Once again, no Jay Foreman with me this week, but he will be with me next Friday night. As always, you can let me know where you're listening from. We can do a roll call. I do have access to the text line, so 402-464-5685 is the number to text. Let me know where you're listening from on this Friday night. 1:56 to go here in quarter number 2. Beautiful night for football. Maybe a little chilly. A lot of fans with just light blankets and pullovers, sweatshirts. None of the students, though. 1:56 to go here in quarter number 2. All tied up at 13 apiece. 2nd and 9 out of the Pius timeout. Shotgun snap. Verton's going to keep it, but a great tackle off the edge. The first man to get there was number 56 for Pius X, Zach Barnes. And he was able to take the quarterback down for just a short gain of 1 or 2. And so how about that? 3rd and 9 now, and the Thunderbolts will call another timeout. Shout out to one of my favorite listeners, Mississippi Mud Dog, listening at 27th and Nebraska Parkway, formerly known as Highway 2. I still call it Highway 2, but to each their own, I suppose. Nebraska, Louisiana Tech tomorrow, 2:30 kickoff. We'll start our pregame coverage at 11 a.m. Feel free to come on down to the new studio, 1040 O Street, the old LES building you might know it as. But come on down, grab yourself a cup of coffee or a piece of coffee cake or whatever you would like from the mill, and hang out with us while we get you ready for Bulldogs and Huskers tomorrow morning and early afternoon. And then after the game, we'll have plenty of post-game coverage, myself and Jay Foreman immediately following the game, and then a group of other ticket hosts, Austin, I'm sure, Bach, will carry you through the rest of the evening as well after what we hope to be a Huskers win tomorrow afternoon. 1:49 to go. 13-13 the score. Verton back to pass, throws across his body, downfield. It's going to be tipped and falls incomplete. And with that, one thing that is important is that now Pius doesn't have to use their 3rd and final timeout here. They just have to field this punt safely and securely, and they'll be able to set up shop with pretty good field position as Crete will punt this one away from inside their own 20-yard line. So 1:42 to go, 4th down and long, forcing in Crete Cardinals punt as Martinez back there, ready to boot this one away. Really solid punter so far. Back deep for the Thunderbolts is number 3, Isaac Hannes. He successfully hauled in a fair catch earlier in the ballgame. So Martinez fields the high snap, kicks this one away. It's going to be end over end. Hannes muffs it. It's going to be picked up by the Crete Cardinals. And guess who? Carter Twos. As now things will change as the Cardinals will take over possession inside the Thunderbolts' 30-yard line, and they're down at the 26. So Hannes muffed the punt, and Carter Twos was right there to field it. What a night it's been for Twos as he took back the deflected pass for 6 that allowed the Cardinals to go up 13-0, and now he was the first one down there on the muff punt, and he was able to pick it up and run it a few yards before getting tackled by Isaac Hannes. And so now they're going to have to, because of high school rules, you can't advance a muffed punt. So they're going to say that this ball will go back to the 36-yard line where Hannes signaled for a fair catch. And now they'll move it once again and say that Hahn is called for the fair catch at the 39-yard line. Moves him back 4 more yards. And it looks like things are settled here. We're going to double check here. We'll get a official word from the referee. And so, yes, they're just saying that no advancement on a muff punt here at high school. So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line is where Crete will set up shop. Still a big opportunity here as Pius did use 2 of those timeouts on that previous Crete drive. So now there's a little more time left on the clock as a quick pass is going to be deflected at the line. Intended for number 4, Owen Heath. It falls incomplete. And that brings up 2nd down and 10 from the Pius 39-yard line. So 1:22 to go here in quarter number 2. 13-13, all knotted up after the Thunderbolts have scored 13 unanswered. The Cardinals able to strike first on a 58-yard touchdown run by Cesar Linares. But up until that, since then, this offense has been pretty stagnant and quiet. 2 seconds on the play clock. Verteen doesn't see it, and they're going to have to call a timeout. The Cardinals are with 1:22 to go. That's their 3rd and final timeout from Crete. And so with that, 1:22 remaining here in quarter number 2. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you've been hanging out with me for the majority of the game, you might not remember that Crete did have a turnover, but since then it's been 3 turnovers for the Thunderbolts, 2 interceptions from Colby Volkmer for his 2nd and 3rd INTs of the year, and then that muffed punt as well. Well, Crete just had that fumble on Angel Martinez's run, a pass down the field intended for Spence. It's going to be hauled in inside the 15-yard line at the 10. So how about that? Kenson Spence in a one-on-one just dogfight for the pass from Reese Verteen. He's able to haul it in, and it's going to be 1st down and goal with just over 60 seconds to go. This is a big opportunity here for the Crete offenses. They will kick things off in the second half to start the 3rd quarter. So if they can find pay dirt here and go up by a possession, it'll be essentially just like a kickoff as they toss it out left side, trying to make a defender miss, unable to do so as a great tackle made on the play by Sam Reif. Number 2, Carson Kotel was the ball carrier. That's now the 3rd time that Crete's tried to run that play or a version of kind of a speed option pitch to either side, and it has not worked as that one lost 6 yards back to the 16-yard line, and the Cardinals unable to stop the clock here with no timeouts. Verteen back to pass, looking Kenson Spence's way, and it falls incomplete in the back far corner of the end zone, which does stop the clock, makes it 3rd down and goal from the 16-yard line. So now if you're Mark Newmeyer, the head coach for the Crete Cardinals, you're sitting here going, all right, what do I want to do? We can't stop the clock, so run play is pretty much out of the question because then you don't want to spike it on 4th down. You don't want to cause your field goal unit to rush out on the field with less than 20 seconds on the game clock. And so this essentially has to be a heave to the end zone or thrown out of bounds, just kind of wasting time as Verteen back to pass, looking Spence's way, and it's way over his head. Was not going to be catchable as it goes through the end zone. Verteen slow to get up. asking the referee about a roughing the passer call, as number 52, Derek Barrage, was sort of late to the quarterback there. But nonetheless, 19 seconds to go here in the second quarter, and they'll call on the field goal unit led by the place kicker, Angel Martinez. So Martinez, a running back, he fumbled earlier. A running back, a punter, and now place kicker as well here for the Cardinals. Ball will be placed at the 16-yard line. It's going to be about a 31-yard field goal, and the kick is up, and it is plenty good as Angel Martinez puts the Cardinals up 16-13 with 14 seconds to go here in the second quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it right here as we're approaching the first half, or excuse me, approaching halftime, rather. I want to shout out all of our sponsors: Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, Southeast Community College, Members Owned Credit Union, Doane University, Sunbelt Rentals, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Play It Again Sports. So 14 and a half seconds remaining here in this one. The second quarter, 16-13. The Cardinals lead the Thunderbolts. So we're just moments away. The Thunderbolts, I would imagine, just to avoid committing your fourth turnover of the first half, will hopefully safely field this one and just knee it and go into the locker room down by 3 points, which, all things considering, you come out of the game, if you're Ryan Carney for the Lincoln Pius 10 Thunderbolts, and you're down 13 in what felt like somewhat of a blink of an eye, and you had no rhythm offensively. But then Colby Volkmer, your quarterback who was a little banged up last week against Bennington, a game you lost 58-0, able to somewhat get into a rhythm, get on page with some of his wide receivers, specifically Isaac Honus and Jack Schaefers. Still waiting for Sam Kassmeyer to really make a splash, as he's had a couple of drops. But nice job by your defense as well to force a couple punts and allow you to score 13 unanswered to make it 13-13 at one point. But now here's a return as it'll get across the 25 and a little bit of running room here, and then tackled from behind is number 26, Amudi Musa, with 3.7 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So now with the ball across the 40-yard line down at the 42, maybe you have a gamble play to where you try just chucking it down the field, but it looks like Crete's going to play in some sort of prevent, just soft coverage defense, understandably so, because barring any penalties, you have one play here remaining if you're Pius in the second quarter. 3 seconds to go. They break the huddle with 12 seconds on the play clock. Ryland Doring to the left of Volkmer, one wide out each side. They turn, they'll just hand it off to Doring as he spreads and shifts through a couple tacklers. And now that'll be the end of the first half. With your score, the Crete Cardinals 16, the Pius X Thunderbolts 13, here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back with your halftime show. Stick around as we'll have the Members Owned Credit Union halftime show, give you some recap of some of the scoring plays in those first two quarters and more as we kind of give you the lowdown if you haven't been joining us. Once again, stick around. The Members Owned Credit Union halftime show just moments away here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Terex and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule, or looking to dominate adventure in a Terex, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here at Aldrich Field, the home of Lincoln Pius X. The Thunderbolts scored 13 unanswered at one point to tie things up at 13. Before a late 31-yard field goal by Angel Martinez put the Cardinals back up by a field goal. They lead it 16-13 at the break. The Thunderbolts will get the ball to start the second half, as they did win the toss and deferred to quarter number 3. So we'll see if they're able to grab their first lead in this one or just tie it up with a field goal here in about 15 minutes or so. This is the Members Owned Credit Union halftime show. Whether it's financing a new vehicle or financial guidance, Members Owned Credit Union is there for you. Members Owned Credit Union with locations in Lincoln and Beatrice. Once again, Nick Sainert joining you from Lincoln Pius X High School. No Jay Foreman with me this week. He'll join me once again next week as we have an exciting schedule ahead. I'll let you know that in just a few minutes. But once again, your score at the break, 16-13, the Crete Cardinals with a 3-point advantage. And how did they get here? Well, let me tell you this. It started out not pretty for either side. Cardinals, though, able to give it to Cesar Linares, the 5'9", 190-pound senior running back who came into this one as the leader in that room for head coach Mark Newmeyer. He came into this one had 68 carries for 422 yards and 6 touchdowns. Well, he was able to get his 7th touchdown of the 2023 campaign on a 58-yard run up the far sideline. Did a nice job breaking off some initial tacklers and being able to bounce out to the outside and up the far sideline for 6 points. And then on one of the craziest plays I think I've seen in my short time of calling high school football in the last 4 or 5 years or so, to where the defense for Crete was able to pick Colby Volkmer off, but it wasn't the conventional type of interception and pick six that you would think you would see. The Thunderbolts tried a little bit of a halfback slip screen, trying to just dump it off on 3rd and long. The defensive end for the Crete Cardinals was able to tip it with his right hand, and it fell right into the breadbasket of number 22, Carter Tews, the 5'8" senior, and he was able to take it back to the house. It was only about 25 yards or so, but still, nonetheless, it all counts the same, as the Cardinals then would go up 13-0. Well, then things changed when Dario Oconsi was able to score from 19 yards out for the Thunderbolts, and then Colby Volkmer on a 5-yard rushing touchdown, thanks to a sideline interference penalty on Mark Newmeyer, the head coach for the Crete Cardinals, put the Thunderbolts inside the Cardinals' 10-yard line. He was able to score from 5 yards out as well. Not a whole lot of first downs in this one, as the Cardinals just have 2 all game. The Thunderbolts have 4, but the Cardinals actually more penalties than first downs in this one. But the Thunderbolts did lose the turnover battle in that first half. They committed 3 turnovers, those 2 interceptions for Colby Volkmer, the quarterback, for interceptions number 2 and number 3 this season. And then the muffed punt that actually led to the field goal from Angel Martinez in the final minutes of that second quarter. He muffed a punt at the Pius 40-yard line or so that gave the Cardinals a little bit of momentum and probably some of their best field position starting out a drive that they've seen so far this evening. You got a lot of football left here at Aldrich Field, as you can hear the band behind me somewhat serenading the crowd. A really good crowd on hand. Beautiful night for football. Obviously, if you've ever been to Aldrich Field on the south side of the stadium, there's a big, giant grass hill. All the kids playing football, playing tackle, 2-hand touch. I'm sure a little more tackling going on than maybe 2-hand touching in terms of football there, but going on the south side of the stadium. But just a beautiful night for football. Absolutely no wind, less than 5 miles an hour, and it was 72 degrees at kickoff. It's cooled down a few. We're in the upper 60s, though, as it stands here at 8:17 p.m. Once again, Nick Sainer joining you from Aldrich Field, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half between Crete and the Thunderbolts. Once again, this has been your members-owned credit union halftime show, whether it's financing a new vehicle or financial guidance. Members-owned credit union is there for you. Members Owned Credit Union with locations in Lincoln and Beatrice. Don't go anywhere. Here in less than 10 minutes, we'll have the start of half number 2. As it stands right now, the Crete Cardinals are on their way to their 4th win. They lead at 16-13 over the Thunderbolts of Pius X here at Aldrich Field. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneer Pioneers Boulevard.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Terex and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Terex, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in Down.
FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
This is a presentation of high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. High school football broadcasts are presented by Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, Southeast Community College, Members-Owned Credit Union, Doane University, Sunbelt Rentals, NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Play It Again Sports. Now, calling all the action, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
We're back here, start of the second half here from Aldridge Field, the home of Lincoln Pius X. The Thunderbolts trail this one, though, 16-13. They're down by 3. Nick Sainert joining you on your Friday evening. A nice chillier fall Friday evening. It feels like fall, rather, as Crete will kick things off to start here in quarter number 3. Amudi Musa will be back deep for the Thunderbolts to return it, along with Isaac Hannes. Hannes muffed that punt earlier that allowed Crete to take the lead with that 31-yard field goal. He muffed that punt back at the 39-yard line, so that then allowed the Cardinals to take over possession once again. So once again, Crete leads this one 16-13 as we're getting ready to kick things off here in quarter number 3. Cardinals 3-2 here in 2023. They haven't been able to really put a streak together. They won the first game, lost the second game, won the third, lost the fourth, won the fifth. And that's how they got to 3-2 at this point. Trying to start something here in forms of a 2-game winning streak. Short kick fielded by the up man at the 20-yard line. Now he'll just power forward up to the 30, and that's number 2, Sam Kastmeyer, who's been relatively quiet on the offensive side of the field here in this one. Kastmeyer came into this, had a little over 56 receiving yards this year, and you might say, come on, Nick, it's a low amount of receiving yards, but also he's kind of that second or third weapon on the perimeter for the Thunderbolts. Had a couple drops. It's not that they haven't tried to get the ball in Kastmeyer's hands, just unfortunately dropped it a few times. So now it's 1st and 10 at the Thunderbolts' 30-yard line. That's where Colby Volkmer and company set up shop. They'll send Schaefer's in motion and hand it off to Rylan Dorn up the middle. Great tackle by a duo of Crete Cardinal defenders, number 50 and number 70. As number 50, Quinlan Vondra, and number 71, Miguel, both in on the stop there for the Cardinals on defense. It holds the Thunderbolts to no gain on first down, brings up 2nd down and 10, once again from their own 30-yard line. The Thunderbolts probably a little disappointed that the halftime period happened when it did. They were in a pretty good offensive groove towards the back half of the second quarter and nearing halftime. Handoff once again, Dorian left side has a little bit of running room as he splits through defenders across the 35-yard line down at the 36. So a nice gain on 2nd down and 10 of 6 yards, puts it at 3rd down and 4 here at the 36-yard line. 11:01 to go, quarter number 3. The Thunderbolts 1-4 this year as they won the first game in week 0, a game that we had on the ticket, 42-14. But have lost 4 straight now. They got blown out as Okanzi is going to take the 3rd down carry and go nowhere. He loses a couple. Great job defensively by guess who? Angel Martinez. As he stops him for a loss of a couple yards, and that brings up a Thunderbolts punt. But back to my point, the Thunderbolts 1-4 this season. They've lost 4 straight games. They lost to Scottsbluff in week 1 of the season because remember, they did play a week 0 game. So they played that week 0 game, a game that they won 42-14 over Lincoln Northwest, but then followed that up with a 34-7 loss to the a team out west in Scottsbluff, Seward, Hastings, and then lost to Bennington 58-0 last week. But outside of that 42-14 win against the Falcons of Lincoln Northwest, they haven't scored over 13 points all season long. So they're right at their season high in the last 4 weeks, that is. So after the Thunderbolt punt, the Cardinals will take over and set up shop at their own 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 from their own 22. Reese Verton, the quarterback. He'll come back out there with the lead horse running back, Cesar Linares. Linares, that 58-yard touchdown run, got the scoring going for the Cardinals on offense back in that first quarter. He'll get the handoff here on 1st down, splits through 2 defenders, but then gets tripped up and taken down just past the line of scrimmage, good for a half a yard or so by Linares. It's going to be 2nd down, and they'll keep it at 10 at that 22.5-yard line or so. Cardinals in their all-white jersey and uniform, the white helmets, white jersey, white pants. The Thunderbolts in their home unis with the gold helmet, green jerseys, white numbers and lettering, and then gold pants as well. Handoff left side. Linares gets thrown down behind the line of scrimmage by number 29, Oliver Steffen. And that's going to delay this drive a little bit and put them behind the chains, as that now brings up 3rd down and about 14 from the 18-yard line. And after the Thunderbolts went 3 and out, they're trying to force the Cardinals to do the same on offense. 8:55 to go here in quarter number 3. So the Cardinals will break the huddle with 5 on the play clock. Not sure Verton sees it, and they're going to have to call a delay of game here on the Cardinals. So the delay of game will push them back 5 more yards, makes it 3rd down and 19 from the 13-yard line of Crete. And really, if you're Pius here in this situation, you're saying, and if you're Ryan Carney specifically, you're thinking to yourself, all right, get a stop here, hold them to a minimal gain, and as long as you catch the punt securely and safely, you're going to have some pretty good field position for your second drive of the third quarter. Crete currently leads 16-13 with 8.5 to go here in the third. Shotgun set. Verton in shotgun with Linares to his left. 3 receivers to the far side. Quick pass to Spence, and it's going to be dropped. It'll fall. All right, they're going to call it a completed pass, but then a fumble. But it bounces out of bounds nonetheless. He was out at the 15-yard line. Very short gain of 2 or 3 on that play, and a for sure punt coming up for the Cardinals. So the Thunderbolts, after, remember, Isaac Hannes muffed that punt earlier towards the tail end of the second quarter. He's back there standing at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. A little bit of wind, not a whole lot to make a difference to the back of Angel Martinez. He punts this one away. It's going to be short but high, and Hannes hauls it in at the 41-yard line. So Hannes able to secure that punt safely, and the Thunderbolts, after a good defensive stand with the help of a couple penalties, a delay of game penalty, and a tackle for loss, they will set up their second drive of the third quarter at the Cardinals' 41-yard line, and plus territory here for Colby Volkmer and the Thunderbolts offense. 16-13 the score. 8:21 to go here in quarter number 3. 1st and 10 from the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Volkmer in the shotgun. Rylan Doring to the right of Volkmer. 2 wideouts near side, 1 to the far. Play action, passing right, pass caught to Schaefer's. He has a nice gain up across the 35-yard line down. They'll mark him at the 30, so that's going to be an 11-yard gain. Good for a Thunderbolts first down, their 5th of the day. 16-13, once again, just a 3-point advantage for Crete. 8:07 to play, third quarter here at Aldrich Field at Lincoln Pius 10th High School. Shotgun set, 2 wideouts to the near side. They're on the near hash mark as well. They'll send Carter Goki in motion from left to right. Volkmer with Doring on his left hip, turns, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He had a 5-yard touchdown rush earlier. This one, once again, goes for about 5 yards up to the 25. But no touchdown there, so it's going to be 2nd down and 5 from the 25-yard line on Volkmer's second carry of the game. Next up for the Crete Cardinals, after this one, they will travel to Beatrice and play the Orangemen. The Thunderbolts, they will host Skutt Catholic. It's homecoming next week for Pius X. 2nd and 5 for Colby Volkmer and the Thunderbolt offense. Hands it off. Doring bursts up the middle, and he'll get a first down with a couple extra yards just for good measure inside the 20 and down at the 17.5 or so yard line. Doring did lose his helmet on that play, so he'll have to come out for just one play. So they'll bring in Dario Okanzi. Once again, Okanzi almost kind of having a deja vu moment, as Okanzi did run it in from 19 yards in the first half. Here they're at the 18-yard line. However, Okanzi lined up in the slot while number 29, Oliver Steffen, gets the handoff here on 1st down and 10. Splitting through Crete defenders and down just near that line of, yard to gain marker at the 9-yard line. He'll instead be marked down at the 10. So a 9-yard gain on 1st down brings up 2nd down and very short for this Thunderbolts offense. Thunderbolts trail by 3, but they're on the doorstep. Inside the Crete Cardinals red zone. 6:13 to play here in quarter number 3. Nick Sainert hanging out with you from Pius X High School. 2nd and short, 10 seconds on the play clock, 6:03 on the game clock. Volkmer all by himself in the shotgun. It's going to be a quarterback draw as he runs it left side, cuts back to the middle. He'll get the first down up to the 5-yard line, and that brings up 1st and goal for the Thunderbolts. You really start to feel here that in this third quarter, the Thunderbolts already kind of wearing down this Crete Cardinals defense. As it's 16-13, Thunderbolts been able to use the ground game rather effectively. They had that 11-yard pass from Volkmer to Schaefer's earlier, but now here they're on the doorstep as Doring trying to just power his way forward, unable to get to the goal line, but gets a gain of 1 or so up to the 4.5-yard line. So with 5:12 to go here in quarter number 3, it's going to be 2nd down and goal. Thunderbolts not in any hurry here, as once again, they haven't been able to score more than 13 points since their week 0 game against Lincoln Northwest. Here they are standing here at 13 right now. all by himself on the near side of the field on the perimeter is Jack Schaefer's, Volkmer's favorite target. Second down and goal from the 5. They turn, faking the handoff, finding Schaefer's, and through his hands, it falls incomplete. Schaefer's probably would have told you that he should have held on to that one. Volkmer probably could have put it in a little bit better of a spot, as you saw that Pius had the matchup that they wanted. They had Schaefer's in one-on-one coverage on the near sideline. A simple, quick slant towards the center of the end zone, and Volkmer just overthrew him a little bit. And Schaefer's was just if his fingertips were a little longer, he would have had his 3rd touchdown of the year. Here's Volkmer and company on 3rd down. From the 5, Volkmer back to pass on 3rd down and goal, trying to find the end zone. It's Kastmeyer, and they're going to call it a touchdown. Kastmeyer, they're going to say he had possession prior to losing the ball. He lost the ball, he did lose the football after touching the ground and after being tackled, but they're going to say that he reached over the goal line, had full control, and the Thunderbolts have their first lead in this one. They lead it 19-16 with the point after here just moments away. Snap down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Wide left as Lucas Newton misses his 2nd PAT of the evening. So with 4:30 to go here in quarter number 3, the Thunderbolts have their first lead in this one. They lead the Crete Cardinals at home 19-16. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you. Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A 5-yard touchdown pass from Colby Volkmer to Sam Kastmeyer gives Volkmer his 5th passing touchdown of the year and Kastmeyer his 2nd receiving touchdown of the season, and puts the Thunderbolts up 19-16 here with 4.5 to play in quarter number 3. Very short and high kick as Crete's going to try to reverse field here. This is Carson Kodal. Great block on the edge. Kodal with a little bit of running room. There's going to be a penalty flag on the play, but Kodal still running across the 45-yard line. This one's going to be coming back, though, all the way inside the 20 as number 3, Isaac Honest for Pius, was held on the edge by number 1, Kenson Spence. And so with that, instead of Crete getting the ball at their own 45-yard line, this one's going to be pushed back probably inside the 20. So that is where Crete will set up shop. 4:05 to play here in quarter number 3. Here at Aldrich Field. It is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. They're going to say he held him at the 22, so that pushes the football all the way back to the 12-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals offense. The Cardinals trying to improve to 4-2 on the year, while the Thunderbolts looking for win number 2. So we have a stoppage in play right now as the officials are convening at the 15-yard line. They're, I think, asking to make sure that the ball is on the right spot. Once again, where we stand, it's 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Nick Sainert with you from Pius X High School. Tomorrow, for Nebraska and Louisiana Tech. We'll have pregame coverage at 11 a.m. But before that even, we'll have the LIBA Business Hour with the LIBA president, Bud Steinhorst, and his special guests. And then from 10 to 11, we'll have the Deep End with Reagan Hinsey. And then we'll take you right into your pregame coverage at 11 a.m. all the way up to kickoff. So 4 minutes and 20 seconds now put on the clock. So they just added time there on that kickoff. Thunderbolts lead, their first lead of the night, 19-16 over Crete, the visiting team here in this one. Thunderbolts, for the most part, been able to shut down the Cardinals' offense and stand tall. Somewhat of a bend, don't break mentality as Linares takes this handoff and it goes for a loss of 2. Linares real slow to get up there. Oliver Steffen was in to make the tackle there, but now Linares seems to be okay as he starts jogging back to the huddle, and now he'll kind of a limp jog back to the Crete sideline as well. So 4:15 to go as the clock stopped with Linares being taken down out of bounds. It's 2nd down and 11 from the 11-yard line for the Crete Cardinals offense. Angel Martinez, a guy that fumbled in the first half, is in the backfield, but it's going to be a quarterback keeper by Verteen. Verteen doesn't really run that often, but he did there, and he gets a nice gain up to the 20-yard line of 9 yards. And that makes it now 3rd and very manageable for Mark Newmeyer, the Crete head coach. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. We're inside 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Linares, who went out on the previous play, is back in there, and he's on the left hip of Reese Verteen. Kenson Spence motions in. Now they'll send the tight end in motion from bottom to top. They'll speed option it right. Verteen's going to keep it again, just kind of lunge forward, and I believe he's going to have enough for the first down. It is going to be a first down for the Cardinals. So nice job by Reese Verteen of the Crete Cardinals offense to just lunge forward the last couple of plays and get the necessary yards. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line now for the Crete Cardinals. They got a little bit of breathing room. Now remember, their kickoff was taken all the way to their own 45-yard line, but thanks to a hold on the edge, sent them all the way back to the 12. I mean, you're looking at over 25 yards of turf that was made up thanks to a holding penalty. A great handoff and a better run by Angel Martinez up the middle for 8 or 9 yards, all the way up to the 33 or 32-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and very short. Angel Martinez, haven't called his name a whole lot since that fumble back in the first quarter. And by the way, I mean, once again, the same thing could be true there, even though the Thunderbolts are in the lead right now. That was a drive that was started inside the Crete 15-yard line at the 13, and no points came out of it as Linares will take the handoff here on 2nd down and get stood up, but does get past the line to gain, and so it'll be another first down for Crete. But once again, as I was saying earlier in the game, that drive resulted in no points because of a poor decision by Colby Volkmer to pass it to the inside route rather than allowing Jack Schaefer's on an out pattern to just get open, and he had a wide open touchdown. But Volkmer tried to get it to the guy cutting in towards the middle of the end zone. A lot of traffic there and a great interception by the Cardinals defense. Allowed Pius to escape with 0 points as a result of that fumble. Thunderbolts with 3 turnovers in this one. Those 2 interceptions and the muffed punt. The Cardinals with that sole fumble, the only turnover for them here in this one. But on a quarterback keeper, it's going to be a loss of 1 yard back to the 32-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 11 from their own 32. Cardinals travel to Beatrice next Friday night. Thunderbolts will host Scott Catholic, one of their rivals. Scott's had their number, however, the last couple of years in multiple sports. But now the Cardinals facing off against Beatrice. That'll be a good one as well. Low-scoring affair, I would assume. But now Verton's going to keep it once again. Man, there's been a lot of quarterback keepers. Verton, not necessarily a running threat, as we talked about in the pregame show. But last 4 plays, or I should say last 5 plays, 4 of them have been quarterback keepers. Brings up 3rd down and 7 from the 37-yard line. There's less than 20 seconds remaining in quarter number 3, and I would imagine that they're probably going to allow the third quarter to expire here and just flip sides of the field, and that looks like what they're going to do. So at the end of quarter number 3, your score, Pius X gets their first lead of the game on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Colby Volkmer to Sam Kastmeyer. But when we come back at the start of the fourth quarter, Crete will have the ball at their own 37-yard line, facing a 3rd down and 7 when we start the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. The final 12 minutes in this one between Crete and Pius is coming up just in a few moments right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the start of the fourth quarter here from Aldrich Field. Lincoln Pius X. A couple updates of scores in college football on ESPN. NC State leads 0-3 Virginia, 14-10 halfway through the third quarter. And in the Big Ten, in West Lafayette, Wisconsin leads 30-17 over Purdue. But here at Aldrich Field, we have an interception on the play as Verton's pass across the middle. He tried to throw it across his body, and it's intercepted by Jack Schaefer's. That is Schaefer's first interception of 2023 and the team's fourth here in the 2023 season. So now the Thunderbolts, this is prime territory for Ryan Carney's squad, a team that's certainly ran it about 75% of the time here in today's game. They have the ball up by 3 at their own 46-yard line and a lot of clock to work with Ryland Doring lined up on the right side of Colby Volkmer. They'll hand it to Dario Nkansi. He bounces outside. He breaks 2 tackles, still breaking tacklers, breaks 4 across the 40 and inside the 45 to the 42. Dario Nkansi, small but mighty, as he breaks off a big run on first down where he broke 5 tackles on the near sideline and then got tackled out of bounds in front of the Pius bench. Dario Nkansi, a senior, listed as a wide receiver, but certainly has had to step up in a running back role with the injuries that Pius has suffered here in the early going. 11:44 to go, quarter number 4. 1st and 10 from the Crete 42-yard line. One running back to each side of Colby Volkmer, 2 wideouts to the far side. He turns, hands it off. Okanzi feeds the hot hand. He bounces outside, stiff arms one defender, cuts back forward. He's going to be right at that first down marker as Dario Okanzi will have about a 9.5-yard gain on first down, bringing up 2nd down and short for the Thunderbolts offense. 11 minutes and 21 seconds and counting remaining here in the ball game. The Thunderbolts trying to improve to 2-4 and snap the 4-game losing streak, while the Cardinals trying to get a 2-game winning streak and improve to 4-2. Second down and 1 from from the Crete 33-yard line, rather. Doring lined up in the backfield. It's going to be a pass on second and short, taking a shot to the end zone, and it's going to be hauled in just shy of the goal line by Jack Schaefers. An all-out effort from Jack Schaefers, the senior wide receiver who started this drive with a play on the defensive side. He's going to be marked down at the 1 after extending and hauling in that pass from Colby Volkmer up the far sideline, and it's first and goal from the 1 as the Thunderbolts try to extend their 3-point lead. Volkmer charging forward, and he is in. Touchdown, Lincoln Pius the 10th, and they will go up 25-16 here with 10 minutes and 34 seconds to go in quarter number 4. Colby Volkmer gets his second rushing touchdown tonight, his third total, and the Thunderbolts will attempt to go up by 10. So Lucas Newton has missed 2-point afters here, but this is a big one as it will put the Thunderbolts up by 10, and if you're playing the numbers game here, that's obviously a Crete touchdown and a field goal rather than a field goal would win it then. But now Newton's kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:34 to go here in quarter number 4, it's a 10-point ball game in favor of the Thunderbolts. They lead 26-16 over the visitors, the Crete Cardinals. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With help from a 32-yard pitch and catch from Volkmer to Jack Schaefers, put the Thunderbolts down at the 1-yard line. Volkmer able to line up under center and just lower his head and lower his shoulder in for 6 points as the Thunderbolts now lead 26-16 over the Cardinals. Kodal on the return, trying to bounce it far side. He's ran all the way across the other side of the field, cuts it back, and now gets it across the 35-yard line. And the Crete Cardinals will have really good field position at their own 37-yard line to start this drive. There is an injured Thunderbolt all the way down on the other side of the field, laying on the 25-yard line. 10:23 to go here in quarter number 4. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Once again, for Crete, we're trailing 26-16 in this one. They had that 47-0 win over Schuyler last Friday. They haven't been able to get a winning streak going. They won the first game in week 0, lost the second game, won again, lost one, won again. Had an opportunity to maybe get a 2-game winning streak here tonight, but if this score stands, it won't be able to, and their pattern will continue of going 1-1. But nonetheless here, 10:23 to play, fourth quarter. Crete will face Beatrice next Friday night. They'll travel to the Orangemen. For the Thunderbolts, as we've mentioned, if you haven't been with us, it's been tough sledding since week 0 when they played Lincoln Northwest. They beat the Falcons 42-14 in week 0, but they haven't scored more than 13 points until tonight. In those next 4 games, they lost 4. They weren't able to score over 13 points in a game since that week 0 win. They lost to Scottsbluff 34-7. They lost to Seward 20-13. They lost to Hastings 37-13, and they lost to Bennington 58-0. So it's been tough sledding, but if the Thunderbolts can maybe gain some momentum here, get their second win of the season, who knows what can happen next week against Scott Catholic on homecoming. They're still looking at the injured Thunderbolts. They haven't moved him quite yet. Ryan Carney has jogged across the field to see what's going on, but there's 3 trainers still with the injured Bolt. We can't see who it is, but now it looks like they're attempting to sit him up. We'll get you a number as soon as we can, but they'll have a long walk to make across to the Thunderbolt sideline. But with that being said, let's go ahead and step away for 30 seconds. We'll be right back from Aldrich Field while they tend to the injured Thunderbolt right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Scary situation here at Pius X as the injured Bolt is still laying on the turf with medical trainers around him and all players in the stadium on a knee currently on the turf. So Ryan Carney went over there. He's still standing over the player. Unfortunately, couldn't get since it's on the far side of the field, can't get a read on who it is or what part they are tending to for that matter. But once again, just a scary, scary situation right now for Pius X and everybody here at Aldrich Field right now. So unfortunately, just kind of everybody holding on to their breath. The play has been stopped. We're sitting 26-16 right now, 10:23 to go here in the ball game. And up until this point, I mean, it was a pretty clean game. Not a whole lot of penalties for a high school game. You know, up until this point, nobody had been injured other than maybe a couple stingers. I remember Cesar Linares was banged up, but then was in there the very next play for Crete. Now here, they've taken the helmet off of the Thunderbolt player, but it looks like they're still tending to the Thunderbolt teammate. But here we are as the entire Thunderbolts team will kind of gather around. They'll now get the player up, and it looks like there's a cast on his left arm. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like that's number 18, Julian Morales. I'll double check on that. Rather, it looks like number 16, Alex Weber. So Alex Weber has a air cast on his left arm, and he's walking over to the other side of the field, to the sideline, with the medical staff around him. So rather, it is number 18, Julian Morales. So I apologize. So Morales is out with an injury, has a air cast on his left arm, walking back towards the Thunderbolt locker room. His brother, number 60, Sebastian Morales, walking down there with him as well. So now we're back to play. 10:23 to go, 26-16, the Thunderbolts with the 10-point lead. Verton back to pass, looking deep to Spencer his way. It's going to be hauled in, but they're going to say he's out of bounds as he did not get a foot in bounds. So incomplete pass, and that brings up second down and 10 from their own 38-yard line for Crete. So a scary situation. Good to see at least Julian Morales walk off underneath his own power. Had that cast on his left arm. Not necessarily the shoulder, but the forearm, or should I say elbow and below. Second down and 10. Ball is on the Crete 38-yard line. They got 62 yards to go. Do the Cardinals. 10 minutes and 16 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Handoff. Linares just kind of barrels his way forward, goes absolutely nowhere. Great job. In on the stop was number 33, Rylan Doring, who's been an active player here tonight in this one, on both sides of the ball, especially on the offensive side. Heavy in the run game has Rylan Doring been. So 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4. Thunderbolts looking to improve to 2-4 this season, while the Cardinals trying to get their 4th win of 2023. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Cardinals in danger of going 3 and out rather, for consecutive series. A pass down the field is going to be hauled in on the far sideline by number 12, Oscar Ortiz. He beat his man in coverage, number 13, Sam Reif, and he was able to kind of tiptoe up that sideline inside the Thunderbolts' 35-yard line and down at the 32. So how about that for an explosive play when things were looking dull and gloom for the Cardinals? Able to haul it in on a pass down the far sideline for a 1st down and 10 from the Thunderbolts' 32-yard line. 9:23 to go here in quarter number 4. They'll send a guy, Carson Codal, in motion. They'll hand it off. Linares up the middle, sheds 2 tacklers and lunges forward up inside the 27-yard line to the 26. And that's going to be 2nd down and short. And it looks like we have another Thunderbolt down on the turf. So 9:13 to go here in quarter number 4. It'll be 2nd down and maybe 4 from the 27-yard line. And there's an injured Thunderbolt down the turf. This is a Thunderbolts team that's really been plagued with injuries all season long. Volkmer, their quarterback, kind of limped out of the game last week against Bennington at some point. Maddox Sturts, the sophomore quarterback, had to come in and try to lead the Thunderbolts offense against one of the better teams in Class B, Bennington. They ended up losing that game 58-0. But Volkmer's back. But nonetheless, Thunderbolts have lost Joe Andreessen, Brett Voss, multiple other guys to extended injuries. And now Julian Morales as well, who was on the turf for quite an extended period of time as well. So with 9:13 to go here in quarter number 4, Thunderbolts students, or I should say the players rather, are on their knee once again. Looks like they're going to get him up. It's number 56 for Pius the 10, Zach Barnes. He made a big tackle earlier in the game, but here barely able to put any weight on one of his legs, so he'll hobble the far walk across the field to the near sideline, helped by head athletic trainer Drew Erks for Pius X. So 9:13 to play, 4th quarter, 2nd down and 5 is the official word for the Cardinals, who really for this game been the most in rhythm they've been on the offensive side of the ball so far. Barnes still slowly walking to that near sideline. He's got a couple more steps before he's out of the field of play. As he crosses the sideline, and we're ready to go here once again. 2nd down and 5 from the 26-yard line here at Aldrich Field, home of Lincoln Pius X. Nick Sainert joining you. 9:09 to play. They'll snap it, run left side. Verton tosses it onto the far sideline, and a great run there by Angel Martinez gets a 1st down for the Crete Cardinals near the 20-yard line, so that'll move the chains and make it 1st and 10 as the Cardinals are in the red zone. So after a pretty quick-moving second half, this 4th quarter, unfortunately due to 2 Thunderbolt injuries, has slowed things down here in the final period of play. 8:57 to go, 4th quarter, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 14 seconds on the play clock. They snap it, hand it off. Linares cuts back, still dragging defenders, and he'll be taken down inside the 15-yard line at the 14. Good for a gain of 5.5 yards, maybe 6. So they're going to call it 2nd down and 4 from the 14. Once again, appreciate you guys hanging out with me as Jay's out for this week. He'll be back with me next week, but huge shout out to my man Austin Orman working things back in the studio for me. 8:23 to go, fourth quarter, 2nd down and 4 from the 14. Snap back, hand off to Angel Martinez. He bounces out to the right side, now cuts back up the middle, dragging defenders, and he will score. And Crete's not done yet as they find the end zone with 8:12 to go here in quarter number 4, and they trail 26-22 with an extra point pending from Angel Martinez. So how about the response from Angel Martinez after a demoralizing fumble back in that first quarter? He's able to find the end zone here. Point after, snap down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:12 to go here in the fourth, your score, Pius X trying to hang on here at home against the Crete Cardinals. They lead this one 26-23 here in quarter number 4. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sander back with you from Aldrich Field. Update on Julian Morales. He's currently leaving the stadium. He's taking his pads and uniform off and led out of the stadium with that air cast still on his left arm. So a scary situation there, but once again, Julian Morales seems to be walking off under his own power, so good to see there at least. But once again, 8-12 here back on the field. 8:12 to go in the fourth quarter. 26-23 the score between the Thunderbolts and the Cardinals. The Thunderbolts with a 3-point advantage. They'll take over now, and thanks to a kickoff out of bounds, the second one tonight, they'll take over possession at their own 35-yard line. So Volkmer and company, I expect heavy dose of running with Rylan Doring especially as they turn, hand it off to Doring on first down. As he bounces off a couple would-be tacklers, gets a nice gain of 4 yards up to the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 6. Zach Barnes still currently sitting on the medical table down the Pius sideline as he's looking at getting his right knee looked at. So a couple scary situations there for Pius X as the injury bug already hit them pretty hard early on through the first 4 games of the year. But now here in week 5, a couple more big-time injuries causing some concern. As Doring drives out right side, he's going to be forced out of bounds, but there's going to be a flag thrown back at the Pius 37-yard line. This one seems to be coming back, which will redo it again on 2nd down. Update from the Bob Devaney Sports Center is Nebraska, the volleyball team, who got Lainey Choboy and Lindsey Krause back after they sit out last weekend. They are up 2-0 on Ohio State. Ohio State, a top 25 team, coming to the Bob, but Huskers 1 set away from sweeping the Buckeyes. So after the offensive hold, it's now going to be 2nd down and 16 from the 29-yard line. Shotgun set. Doring to the left to Volkmer. He'll roll left. Looking to pass. Volkmer has his wide receiver. It's going to be picked off. The pass is overthrown, intended for Sam Kassemeyer. And number 4, Owen Heath, was in the right spot at the right time as Colby Volkmer throws his 3rd interception of the night and his 5th here in 2023. So now things get a little more dicey, and the pressure turns onto the Thunderbolts defense. As now the Thunderbolts up by 3, 26-23, will send their defense out there with the Cardinals on the Thunderbolts' 39-yard line. 7:17, plenty of time for this Cardinals run-heavy offense to go to work. Verton with the running back to each side. They hand it off Linares, splitting through the hole, and he's going to get tackled inside the 33-yard line at the 32 with 7:05 to go here in quarter number 4. Makes it 2nd down and 2 from the 32. Six minutes and 48 seconds to go here in quarter number 4. Eight seconds on the play clock. Shotgun set. Verton hands it off. Linares sheds one tackle, and now he'll just kind of fall down to the turf as he gets the first down and a couple extra yards just for fun. Gets inside the 30-yard line. The clock will continue to move as after the ball is reset. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Crete Cardinals at the Thunderbolts' 28-yard line. So now, once again, Angel Martinez, who hit a 31-yarder with ease earlier in the game for the Crete Cardinals. He's currently in there as a running back right now, but if you're the Crete Cardinals thinking 6 here, you got plenty of time to work with. Still 6 minutes and change on the game clock. One wide out to each side. Spence, Verton's favorite target, is all by himself on the bottom. They'll hand it off. Martinez rolling left side, trying to get chased down from behind, and does so. Nice tackle by Sam Reef as the rain is starting to come down here as it just started pouring here at Aldrich Field. So fans are rushing to get their raincoats on. Umbrellas are being opened up as the rain is shining through the lights here at Aldrich Field. 5:24 to go, 4th quarter. 2nd down and 7 for Crete. Verton in the shotgun, one running back to each side. They hand it off Martinez. He powers his way forward inside the 20 and down near the 18-yard line. If that stands, he's going to be moving the chains on his own there. But it looks like they're going to call him just about a half a yard short at the 19. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. And the Thunderbolt faithful pleading for their defense to make another big stop here. 4:47 to go, 4th quarter. Pistol formation for the Cardinals. One wide out each side. They turn, hand it off Linares. Bouncing outside. He's going to break one tackle. He was stopped behind the line, but he, on a last-ditch effort, is able to lunge forward for a gain of 3. And that moves it up to the 17-yard line and a 1st down and 10 for the Crete offense. 4:21 to play, 4th quarter. Crete trying to come back after the lead was taken out of their grasp way back in the early moments of the 3rd quarter. Running back on each side of Verton. Tight formation. They'll hand it off. Running right side is Linares, trying to get to the corner, being chased, lunges, and he finds the touchdown. Cesar Linares scores from 17 yards out, and with 3:57 to play, the Cardinals of Crete take the lead on the road and they lead this one 29-26. So now with 3:57 to play in the fourth quarter, because of a rough spot that a Colby Volkmer interception put the Thunderbolts defense in, the Cardinals are able to find the end zone relatively easily on that drive. And with a point after up, and it is good, the Crete Cardinals, the visitors in this one, they lead 30-26 over the Pius X Thunderbolts. Let's see how the Thunderbolts offense responds. When we come back, we'll be back in 60 seconds. The Cardinals take the 30-26 lead here in the final minutes of the fourth right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do we have a good one on our hands or what? As the lead is now shifted and the Crete Cardinals lead by 4. Amoudi Musa is going to be tackled inside the 20-yard line for Pius, and that's where they'll set up shop and try to take the lead back from Crete as the Thunderbolts trail 30-26. The Thunderbolts here struggled in the last couple of drives. A Colby Volkmer interception on the last drive allowed the Cardinals to take over on the Thunderbolts side of the field, and they ended up scoring on a 17-yard run by Cesar Linares. 3:51 to play, fourth quarter. Snap back, Volkmer. He hands it off. Running left side is Schaefer's. A big hole up the far sideline, near sideline, across the 50, across the 40. He breaks one tackle and now gets tripped from behind inside the 25-yard line and down to the 23 of the Cardinals. So Jack Schaefer's takes it from their own 17-yard line all the way down to the Crete 23. And that is where the Thunderbolts will have 1st and 10 just outside the Crete red zone. Shotgun formation, one running back to each side. Volkmer turns, hands it off to Okanzi, and he gets laid out by Carter Twos. And I think that's going to have to be our Spine and Sports Chiropractic hit of the game, as Carter Twos went right through that offensive line and blew up Dario Okanzi. And so once again, if you're experiencing pain or soreness, make your way over to Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, just one block east of 70th and Pioneers. What a hit from Carter Twos on Dario Okanzi to make it 2nd down and 15 from the 27-yard line. Snap back, Volkmer looking to pass. Good pocket, passes downfield. It's incomplete. The Cardinals may have gotten away with a little bit of a nudge, but nonetheless, they haven't necessarily called a lot of contact, especially downfield tonight. And that one staying within the rhythm of the officiating there, as I think Thunderbolts fans wanted a pass interference on number 50, Quinlan Vondra, but no call there. 3rd down and 15. They'll send a guy in motion, and that guy is Isaac Hannes. Now a snap back. Volkmer looking, being blitzed. Now forces out of the pocket. He's going to run, calls for a downfield block inside the 15. And I believe he's going to have enough for a first down. Colby Volkmer on the third down scramble on a nice block downfield by Sam Kassmeyer. He'll move the chains for the Thunderbolts offense inside the 15 at the 12. So 1st and 10, they can get a first down without scoring if they get it inside the 2-yard line. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. The Thunderbolts, who are up 26-16 at one point, have now surrendered 14 unanswered points by the Cardinals offense. Volkmer, he'll take the snap with 5 on the play clock, hand it off. Okanzi sprints up the field, and he'll get inside the 8-yard line down to the 6 on a nice little 6-yard gain rather. Makes it 2nd and 4. Thunderbolts sprint up to the line. They snap it, hand it off. Okanzi again inside the 5, cuts back, and he'll be down at the 1. So 2:05 to go in the quarter, in the ball game. 1st and goal from the 1. The clock is running. If I was Ryan Carney here in the Thunderbolts, you're waiting until that play clock is at 1 to either call a timeout or maybe at 3 to snap it. 1:45 and counting. 14 on the play clock, so this one will get down to about 90 seconds or so before you really have to call a play. They're going to snap it. Volkmer will charge forward, waiting on a call. And the ball came out. The ball appears to come out, and Crete is going to recover the fumble. We're waiting on an official ruling. Pius is trying to say that they crossed the line before the ball came out. But how about this? The Cardinals take over possession inside their own 1-yard line as a quarterback sneak from Colby Volkmer. It gets punched out of his hands, and it was recovered in the end zone. And so how about this break that Crete gets? They're going to say that the fumble was forced out of Volkmer's hands before he crossed the plane. The ball then bounced over the goal line into the end zone, and Crete recovered it in the end zone. So by rule, that means that Crete gets a touchback. And so the ball, instead of being at the half-yard line, is going to be at the 20 of Crete with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Cardinals just need 1 first down. They'll waste all the clock that they can. They'll hand it off. Linares on first down gets a short gain up to the 24-yard line. Gain of 4 on that one, and we'll have a Thunderbolts timeout here with 1:25 to play in quarter number 4. So the Thunderbolts, after getting all the way down to the 1-yard line, they had 1st and goal, and they call a quarterback sneak, and Colby Volkmer commits another crucial turnover. And so 1:25 to play here in quarter number 4. Volkmer, that was the Thunderbolts' 5th turnover of the game. They had, let me walk you guys through it. They had the interception inside the 15-yard line of Crete, that is. They were 15 yards away from scoring. They threw an interception, and then they threw another interception. Then Isaac Hannes muffed the punt, and then Colby Volkmer threw his 3rd interception, and now Volkmer fumbles at the goal line, and it gives Crete a touchback to where they got 4 yards on first down. It's now 2nd and 6. The Thunderbolts have to stand strong if they want a shot. Cannot allow a first down. They'll turn, hand it off. This is Angel Martinez, and he'll be stood up near the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1 on that play, and the Thunderbolts will call another timeout. Make sure you stick around after the game for the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln postgame show. We'll be breaking this one down. How about this? We turn our attention to Class B for one of these Fridays, and we get an unbelievable finish. Unbelievable game. Maybe not from a fundamental and football standpoint, but from a spectator standpoint, this has been a heck of a game to witness. As Pius was down 13-0 at one point, they score 13 unanswered to tie it up at 13. Then they allow a 31-yard field goal before the half. They go into the half down 16-13. They come out, score 13 unanswered. They lead 26-16, and now give up 14 unanswered, and they trail 30-26. Now here's the third down. Outside run, Linares, and he's powering through, gets the first down, and that's going to about do it. As the Cardinals are 1 minute and 13 seconds away from coming on the road and defeating the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts. .103 and counting remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Thunderbolts can't stop the clock enough with timeouts. Students are making their way to the exit. So are the fans here at Aldrich Field. The Crete students that made the drive from the small town going to be sticking around for this one. And with 1 second on the play clock, head coach Mark Newmeyer for Crete will call a timeout. Once again, it's 30-26, an unbelievable and exciting game that, unfortunately, if you're Pius, you're looking at this one after going, you can't win a game committing 5 turnovers. A lot of missed opportunities, a lot of empty possessions, unfortunately. 36 seconds to go. It'll be first down and 10 from the Cardinals' 33-yard line. So the clock stopped with the Crete timeout, but they'll be able to kneel this one as they're in victory formation. And there's the kneel down. And with the game clock at 23 seconds now, Crete is getting ready to celebrate. They're lining up at midfield. So are the Thunderbolts, and they're getting ready to shake hands. They won't need to snap it another time. And that will do it. Your final score here from Aldrich Field. Crete Cardinals come on the road, and they beat the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts 30-26. The Cardinals improve to 4-2 on the year, while the Thunderbolts drop to 1-5. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes with the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln postgame show right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
Back to the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln postgame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Aldridge Field at Lincoln Pius 10th High School. A really good game from a spectator standpoint. On paper, it might not look pretty as the Thunderbolts commit 5 turnovers in the loss compared to the Crete Cardinals just 1. And that 1 turnover for Crete came at the beginning of the contest. So they were able to somewhat avoid it. It was definitely a game of runs, though, in this one. As the Thunderbolts trailed early on 13-0. It looked pretty, doom and gloom and pretty bleak for the Thunderbolts here early on. Couldn't really get into a rhythm on offense. Colby Volkmer throws 2 early interceptions. One of those was near the goal line in the red zone. And but then give credit to the Thunderbolts. They came back. They ended up being down by just 3 points at the break. They went down they were losing at halftime 16-13. Then came out, scored 13 unanswered points, went up 26-16, and then unfortunately just allowed 14 unanswered points to the Cardinals in the late stages of this one. And that's how we ended, with the Cardinals winning 30-26 on the road. Next up for Crete, they will travel south to Beatrice and face the Orangemen next Friday night, while the Thunderbolts have homecoming next Friday against the Scott Catholic Skyhawks. Once again, this is your Elway Power Sports of Lincoln postgame show. Make sure you check out their full list of inventory and check out their store just on the north side of town at 27th and Cornhusker Highway. So once again, your final score from Aldridge Field, 30-26. The Crete Cardinals improve to 4-2. They finally have a winning streak going, as they've now won 2 games in a row. They win this one. It was a lot closer than the week before. They win this one 30-26 over the Pius 10 Thunderbolts. Once again, no Jay Foreman this week, but he will join me once again next week. But Nick Sainert saying so long. Huge thanks to my man Austin Orman back in the 93.7 The Ticket studios. And make sure you, tomorrow, if you're going downtown for the Huskers and Bulldogs game, make sure you stop on by our new station at 1040 O Street. Pregame coverage for La Tech and Nebraska starts at 11 a.m. We hope to see you there. Once again, your final score from Aldridge Field at Lincoln Pius X. The Crete Cardinals come on the road and win 30-26 over the Bolts. Good night from Lincoln Pius X.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you